Greetings family, my kings and my queens. My video had cut off, so this is going to be the main intro so you get a better understanding of where I'm coming from. This is pretty much like a personal vlog for me. Alright, it's therapy, but I know someone can really benefit from what your sister has experienced, because it really affects all of us, and many of us can relate to this topic. But basically, it's not what you say, it's what you do. You know, we've heard this before. I'm gonna call you back. It's not what you say, it's what you do. I'm gonna take you out. No show, no call. It's not what you say, it's what you do. Let's go on a trip. Let's go for a joyride. Saturday. No call, no show. It's not what you say, it's what you do. Or let's go on a trip. Let's go to the park. No show, but you call, which is very considerate. It's not what you say, but it's what you do. You get what I'm going with this. A lot of people make promises that they can't keep, but even if you can't keep the promises, at least be sincere to give somebody a call. I'm sure many of you can relate to this. Now let's get to this video. The Most High God, the infinite creator, source of all sorts within, out here enjoying nature, about to get my little walk on. This video is sort of like therapy for me, shall I say. It's good to write your feelings down, and it's good to don't hold stuff in. A lot of people hold stuff in, and we all can relate to that, and we end up, we pop, we go off, we explode. Everybody explode differently. Like I said, have like a journal or make videos, and just air your thoughts out, your feelings out, things that are on your mind, and reflect on it, look back on it later, and you'd be surprised you can help yourself as well. Because truly, if you're helping that one person or you're helping somebody, it's helping you as well. I've always knew who my father was. My mom and dad, they were never married. They were together briefly, off and on. Many of you can relate to that. And they had me, of course. And stayed together, but it wasn't, permanent. It pretty much, the relationship was pretty much temporal, shall I say. But like I said, my dad, he was the kind of man, his character, shall I say, he wasn't good with keeping his word. Okay, he loved me, and I felt that he loved me, but to me, a person's word is everything. Your word is your bond. All right, people say what they want to say, but if you know someone that tells you something and they mean what they say and they keep their promise, that's everything. That's priceless. And unfortunately, my father wasn't like that. There were times he would say he was going to come and see me, like that weekend, and he wouldn't show up. But he would call. But it would always be some kind of excuse, I can understand, things do come up. That's life. But all the time, I probably say out of a month, I probably see my father maybe
you know, every other month, shall I say. In some months it was like maybe twice, but it was like every other month. And anyway, like a lot of us know, this kind of emotional imbalance for a child, you know, wanting that fatherly love, looking outside of herself, seeing other children with their father that lives in the household. And who's to say how that relationship is? You know, just because they're in the household, that don't mean everything is everything. But I'm just saying, you know, it kind of affected your sister, all right? And, you know, it leaves scars, all right? We all have them. It leaves emotional scars that, you know, in this life that you have to deal with when it comes to dealing with other people, okay? Especially if you're a female, you're dealing with the opposite sex, you know, as well as it affects the males as well, you know, having that absent parent, you know. But some people handle it better than others, you know. I love my father. I'm a grown woman. Whatever that goes on in my life now, I'm at that place where I'm healed. I love my father. I have forgiven my father. You know, that was the past. You know, what goes on now, it's me and my choices in life that reflects the outcome, all right, of my path. But it has nothing to do with my father, you know. But still, those, you know, emotional scars, they can still affect you if you don't try to heal from them, you know. And like I said, forgiveness plays a big part. And get to that place of having that self-love for yourself, all right? That what you are looking for, it starts within. Have it for you first, you know what I'm saying? As within, so without. But even to this day, you know, I know how I am, all right? I can't speak for nobody else, but that's still something that bothers me a little bit, as far as, you know, like the opposite sex, you know, as far as meeting someone. I look for that character in them. Do they have the integrity of saying what they mean and meaning what they say? You know, a lot of people do a whole lot of lip service, but their action speaks differently. You know, when you say you love somebody, you know, you show it. You don't have to keep saying, I love you, I love you. You know, the action speaks louder than words. And had I known now what I didn't know then, my life would have been totally different. I wouldn't have ended up with the people that I had ended up with, but I truly believe that it was for a reason. Their purpose for being in my life was for a reason. And I love them all. I forgive them all, because I too want to be forgiven, all right, for any part that I have played in that past relationship. And I look at it as a learning experience, you know. We grow, we learn, we mature, and we move on. At least we're supposed to. For me, being bitter is not an option. But the point I'm trying to make is, there's nothing like, and it's priceless when you find it, it's nothing like meeting someone that has the character of saying what they mean and meaning what they say. You know, they never make a promise that they can't keep. And even if something comes up, even, you know, things do come up in life, all right? Life is unpredictable. They will still call you, basically keeping that communication open, you know, instead of, you know, you're not hearing from them at all. And looking back on my life with the scars of coming up as a young woman in my early 20s, I was pretty much attracting that which I didn't want, you know, the scars of my past, as far as how my father did me. I was attracting it to myself. Some would call it a curse of the family, because things can repeat themselves, but they don't have to repeat themselves. If you see it for what it is, you can put a stop to it. Oh yes, you can. Family curse can't stop, you know, as my father did me. So I'm attracting that which, you know, was done to me. It happens. But if you can see it for what it is and put a stop to it in its tracks, you know, learning at least from that last relationship, because you see what you're attracting, you can put a stop to it and do some self-healing, some self-love. All right, you know, you don't have to wait to somebody. You don't have to wait to meet somebody to go out to the movies. Go to the movie by yourself. All right, you want to see that movie? Don't wait for that significant other to call you. You go see that movie. All right, treat yourself. If you want to go to this nice restaurant or go to this nice place that you always wanted to go to, you don't have to go, be with the opposite sex. You know, call your girlfriends or call your homeboys or your bros, shall I say. You know, just always make an effort of having self-love. Put you first. You have to, because when you love yourself, it shows outwardly. And people, they don't know what you've been through, but they see that glow in you. You know what I'm saying? And when you love yourself, you're allowing yourself to be open. All right? You're allowing yourself to be open to be loved. You know? Had I known now what I didn't know then, oh, how different my life would have been. But like I said, everything's through trial and errors and a lesson learned. I just want to put this information out there because I feel like somebody needs to hear it. You know, I'm 46 years old. That's right, your sister. I'm 46 years old. Glory be to the Most High God. You know, I'm wiser. You know, I don't consider myself being an old fool. That I don't want to be. But I'm more wiser, you know. And we as women, we should, you know, speak our testimony to the little queens out here, you know, that's looking up to us, you know. Not reality shows. No, we don't look up to reality shows. That's not really reality, you know. Your reality is out here, you know, what you see looking outwardly, you know, those who you're making contact with, all right, in the flesh, you know, those who are not playing a part, all right, they're actually, you know, speaking from their life experiences, their testimony, you know, they're not telling you what you want to hear, all right, trying to tickle your ears, all right, because the real truth hurts. The real truth is not going to tickle your ears.